Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Yes. Don't judge me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a workout tutorial video. And I haven't done these in a long time. And the reason is because my training has kind of been boxing and then whatever I want. And I haven't really been like sticking to any kind of program or anything. Just been doing a lot of conditioning work. But there are still like some days where I like to do circuit training and try new things. So I have two workouts I'm gonna share. One's gonna be in this video and I'm gonna have one in another video this week. This workout is not your typical like bodybuilder workout. It's not a typical like HIIT style workout. Focusing on a lot of different types of mobility too. Shoulder mobility, elbow mobility, which is such a big deal, hip mobility, and knee mobility. These two workouts I'm going to show you are going to be totally full body. We're hitting everything. We're going to finish both these workouts with sprints to really help you like burn fat and burn more calories. I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. I put out videos every single week. And without any further delay, let's get into this. First things first, before you start any type of workout, it's really important to warm up. Typically, I stretch. I always warm up my hips because I have just like not amazing mobility in my hips. Then I also like to warm up with some cardio if I can, but I do like to have at least like 20 active minutes before I start my workout. Sorry. Every single movement of this workout is going to be 12 to 15 reps. Everything is 3 sets. So making sure that if everything is a 2-sided movement, you completely complete the right and left side before you move on to the next exercise. The first set we're going to get into is going to be a triple set. So 3 exercises. The first one's going to be thrusters, second one's going to be reverse lunges, and the third one is going to be a single leg pelvic thrust. So you're going to need a pair of dumbbells and some sort of elevated platform for that pelvic thrust. I used a box. In this case, you can use a bench, you can use a stair. First movement is thrusters. I've had a video, actually, a tutorial on how to do thrusters, but thrusters have got to be my most love-hate relationship with an exercise. That and burpees. And actually, when you do those two together, it's a nightmare. Thrusters are such a great move, whether it's for strength or if it's for conditioning. They really just, they kick your butt no matter what. So we're gonna be doing 12 to 15 reps of thrusters. A thruster is when you have 2 dumbbells, front racked, squat down. I like to say elbows touch your knees, make sure your butt goes below 90 degrees, and then when you come back up, squeeze your butt at the top and press the weights overhead. Kind of like a shoulder press. Some people also call thrusters a squat and press, but I think that this movement, especially if you're doing any type of like conditioning workout or anything, this movement hits like everything. This movement hits legs, it hits back, it hits shoulders. It's all encompassing, and yeah, so you're gonna do 12 to 15 of those. The next exercise is reverse lunges. Reverse lunges are awesome. With the reverse lunges, you're also gonna use a pair of dumbbells. Make sure that your knee, your front knee is not going over your foot. Keep your core engaged, keep your chest up, don't lean forward, and you're gonna do anywhere from 12 to 15 of these as well. So you guys can see that this is more of like a high rep circuit rather than lower rep. So this is, you know, more conditioning, higher calorie burn, fat burn compared to, you know, a strength workout where you're really focusing on strength. The last exercise of this tri-set is going to be a single leg pelvic hip thrust. These guys you can do with a weight, you can do without a weight. I believe I did it without a weight, and it still burns. It still burns. Pelvic thrusts, they always burn. With the single leg, you can have your leg bent, you can have it straight. I believe this was my first set because I can tell my hips weren't all the way warmed up yet because I am not pushing all the way through with my hips, but always make sure that your hips are warmed up, especially for this, that your glutes are activated so you can really feel that burn. One way that you can warm up your glutes for a pelvic thrust is doing a bridge or a supported bridge. But for the single leg pelvic thrust, you're gonna do 12 to 15 on each side. So don't move on to the next exercise until you've completed both the right and left for the reverse lunge and the single leg pelvic thrust. Now, once you completed all 3 of those movements 3 times, then you're gonna move on to the next set. This is going to be a superset. This superset was like, oh my God. After the first set, I was like, okay, like I don't need to be doing this to myself, but I'm gonna finish. So these 2 movements are really good for shoulders and they're great for your elbow mobility too. So we're gonna be doing Cobra Planks and reverse dips. Now, a Cobra Plank, I'm not sure if that's like the official name for this, but this is very similar to like kind of like a chaturanga in yoga. Now flow. That's kind of how I felt while doing this. So a Cobra Plank is basically starting in the downward dog motion, snaking your way into a baby cobra. Take that, yogis, I know what I'm talking about. You can tell in this one, like I'm struggling, like it was tough. So you can modify to your knees. You can also do what I did and is not snake back through, but just rise back up to downward dog. This was challenging, I will say, but it was something very outside my comfort zone. It was very different. I've never really worked on like elbow mobility type exercises besides like push-ups. This one was great. It burned in my shoulders like no other. So you're gonna do 12 to 15 of these. If you're at more of a beginner level, I would recommend doing like 6 to 8 of these and then moving on to the next exercise. So once you complete these, then you're gonna do reverse dips. For the reverse dips, you can use a box or a bench, but just as long as you get in a full range of motion. For the reverse dips, you're gonna be doing 12 to 15. Basically all the reps here are gonna be 12 to 15, as many as you can do basically. Yeah, at the end of this superset, your shoulders should be burning and so should your tricep. I felt challenged and I really liked it. So I really hope that you guys will be encouraged to try these movements too. The next superset is going to be Pike Push Ups and V-Up. Pike Push Up is going to be very similar to what we did for the Cobra Planks. A Pike Push Up is going to be also in the downward dog position. Arms are going to be out wide and pressing down to where you're going at like a 45-degree angle into the ground. Make sure for the Pike Push Ups that you keep your core engaged. If this is a little bit challenging of a movement, you can put your feet up on the bench again and have some sort of elevation for it, and that way it won't be too hard to complete the movement. The next thing you're gonna do is V-ups. So V-ups are going to be basically laying on your back, engaging your core so that your feet and your arms and your head can raise about 4 to 6 inches off the ground. From there, you're going to squeeze and then contract so that your hands and your feet meet in the middle above you, and then go back down. Your hands and feet should not touch the ground. If they do, it's okay, but technically a V-up, you wanna have that tension when it comes to, you know, completing the movement. So try not to have your feet and arms touch. If doing V-ups is a little bit challenging, try a weight with it, like a small medicine ball or a small dumbbell, holding it on your hands. Sometimes using a weight can make it a little bit easier for you to complete the movement. Then the last set we're gonna be doing is going to be another tricep, and this is gonna be all abs. So the first one is going to be heel touches, or penguins as I like to call them. This one is basically going to be in a sit-up position. Lift your head about 6 inches off the ground, contract your elbows so that they're also off the ground, and then you're going to be moving side to side to where your hands can touch your heels. Make sure your feet are close together so it's a little bit more challenging, and you're going to do about 12 to 15 reps for this as well. The next move you're going to do is straight leg crunches. So I don't know what I was doing in this. I must have just been confused on what a straight leg crunch is. A straight leg crunch is, you can do what I did. It's really challenging and it really hurt my lower back no matter how hard I squeezed my core. Put your feet on the ground. Just don't do what I did. Put your feet on the ground and you're just gonna be doing a crunch basically with your legs flat out in front of you. A normal crunch would be your legs bent like how you would do a sit-up, but the straight leg crunch is gonna be with your legs in front of you. Make sure you squeeze your core. Don't grip your hands too tightly behind your head. You don't wanna do that. You wanna kind of put them right here to where you have like Princess Leia space buns, and then you'll do crunches from there. Then the last movement, of this workout is going to be bicycle crunches. Bicycle crunches are awesome. Make sure that your back is on the ground for bicycle crunches. This is not an ab exercise where your back is lifted, your shoulder blades are lifted, and your head is lifted 6 inches off the ground. Really, really, really squeeze your core, contract, and bring opposite elbow to opposite knee, and go back and forth. Again, please make sure that your hands are not gripping the back of your head. You do not want that. You want Princess Leia space buns. All right, now how I'm going to instruct you guys to finish this workout is by doing sprints. Now I don't have a video of me doing sprints because I worked out alone these days. So the first time I did this workout, I did 30 minutes of sprints. Now I am not recommending that you do that because like, that's a lot, fam.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Never again.
What I recommend you do is I recommend you do 10 minutes of sprints, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. 30 seconds of a sprint, 30 seconds of a light jog. You can jump off the treadmill if you want to for 30 seconds. If the sprint is it's just new to you and you're not that conditioned yet, that's totally fine. I do it sometimes too. Eventually what I've tried to work up to is a minute on and a minute off. So a minute on of sprints, a minute off of a light jog. But I will say that I do think it helps to jog in between the sprints rather than jumping off, because when you jump off and you're tired, it's a lot easier to quit. So try and jog in between sets. Be careful on the treadmill. Don't fall. Don't be dumb. Don't be like putting it up there to like 12 miles per hour if you've never done that before, okay? That's something I would do. Don't do that. That is all for today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love doing these workout like walkthroughs. I think they're like, I love them. Hopefully you guys can tell by now that my style of working out is a little bit different. I don't really use machines. I try to use like more progressive movements that involve like some weights, mobility, and speed as well, speed and agility. So I encourage you to try something new. If my style doesn't really fit your style, but you're curious, try it out. Like, I think that's what makes working out and gym time fun for me, is being able to try out different things rather than trying to just do the same thing every day over and over and over again. Spice up your life, spice up your workout. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe if you like me. Thanks guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.